Good morning, everyone. How are we this morning? Who have we got? Good morning, Holly. Good morning, Daryl. Well, only Daryl and Holly are showing at the moment, but I believe Suzanne is on here because I can see that someone has said hello to her. How are you all today? So here, I don't know whether we're bracing for rain or whether we're just going to stay as we are, or the sun's shining out the back. It's black as anything out the front. So I don't know whether we're going to get rain or whether we're not going to get rain, but it's predicted. So we'll just see what happens. I don't think I've got any other news for you particularly. Hi, Roz. How are you this morning? Hope you had a good rest yesterday or today, in your case. Hi, Leslie. How are you? Lovely to see you. Oh, it's so nice so many of you popping on so early. That's great. Alrighty. Yeah, so we're supposed to be having a rain event, but whether it happens or not is another story. Although the local council have set up sandbag stations, so maybe it will happen. Who knows? We'll wait and see. Oh dear. Alrighty. Well, this morning I go into restream because I was going to do it last night, but we did trivia last night. We did not do trivia well last night. I don't know what's the matter with us just lately. And I was going to, schedule this, and I didn't. So, of course, this morning I go in to schedule it, and I had the problems that Suzanne had yesterday. Oh, dear. That's not good, Roz. Let's say a trooper. Let's say a trooper. It's pouring with rain in Coomera. Oh, yeah. I don't know whether it's supposed to be coming up the coast, down the coast, or which way it's supposed to be going. But anyway, if we get it, we get it. If we don't, we don't. But like I said, the local council set up sandbag stations. So I'm assuming that, they must have a secret of some sort that we don't know. Kevin and I planted some little seedlings yesterday. Yesterday? Night before. And one of them yesterday looked like it was, So we waited until yesterday evening before we went out because we don't want to water in the sun. And we watered them. And this morning it's sitting up proud as punch. So looks like we might have saved that one. We planted some hollyhocks and we planted some marigolds. So, like nothing like a difference, is there? Hollyhocks grow all up here, but they're both nice. Hi, Lisa. How are you this morning? Lovely to see you. I've got to be careful not to say hello to anybody twice. It's overcast and sprinkling. Yeah, we did have a bit of a sprinkle of rain because I said to my husband, somewhere there will have to be a rainbow because we had the rain and the sun at the same time. But anyway, all right, I'm going to go down to the desk and we'll get started. You've got a guy doing a valuation on the house. Does that mean it's going up for sale, Suzanne? I hope not, for your sake. Okay, let me go down onto the other camera. There we go. So today we are looking at Shabby Chic on violette, which means lilac or purple more like, because violet is villous, I think. So anyway, I don't remember all my French colours. Alrighty, so today is my last day with the Shabby Chic for the time being anyway. I had some ideas, then I realised I didn't have anything to work with. So I've made a few things up as I've gone along. I believe, I'm not sure whether this is still current, but I'm probably going to use it to cut out some flowers, and I hope you don't mind if it's not. I've got a feeling it is though, and I don't know why. But anyway, and I took it out of a packet and I thought I'll remember that, and then I've put it back and I have no idea. Good morning, Sue. How are you? If anyone knows what that comes out of, please let me know. This one comes out of the bouquet 6x6s, and then we have this one which comes out of the lovely and beautiful. So I'm going to attempt to do lots of different things this morning. All right, I'm thinking that I'll just do my first panel in my first layer in white. Let me get the white. And then I'm going to try and decide if I use this, which I think I will. Not sure. It is pretty paper. Yeah, I can't remember what it's out of. It's one of the, yeah. Anyway, like I said, I had it, and I've just gone back through the packets, and it was the last piece I had because I did a card the other day, a fan card, and I used that to do it. So, yeah. All right. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut my layer that I'm going to work on first, which is going to be 5.5 by 3 3/4. So let's do the 3 3/4. Okay, so challenge right at the start here. I think I'm going to do this every week. I think it'll be fun. So I need a challenge for next week. All right, for my cards for next week. Whoever puts up something first, it's the only best way I can do it, unless, of course, I don't have the stuff to do it. But set me a challenge, and that's what I will do at least on Monday. Oh, what's happened? Oh, no. Oh, Lisa, I'm so sorry. That is heartbreaking. Oh, I'm so sorry. Life can be a nasty thing at times, can't it? I nearly forgot I was online then. Okay, so, and then we'll do this by 5.5. That's put tears in my eyes because I could not. I just can't believe how you feel. It would be so awful. Just let me get myself together. Oh dear. All right, so I have that piece there, and then I'm going to cut another piece. I'm going to cut another piece, which is going to be pretty much the same. It's just going to be slightly smaller. So I'm going to use this one here, and I'm going to cut it at the 5.5 by 3 3/4, but I'm going to take the 3 3/4 down by 1/8. And then I'm going to do the 5.5, and I'm going to take it down by 1/8 because I don't want it to fit exactly, because we're not going to see it. So we've just got that teeny weeny border around the edge. Okay, that's going to be the start, like that. So we'll I'll stick that on now because I'm pretty sure. Just let me see. I'm pretty sure that's what I want in there, because I think with that sort of lights coming through, it looks really, really nice. They will, and you know, working in that industry myself, I know that they will get great homes. Um, you know, those of us that have worked in that industry, we don't, I'm sure it's the same where you are, we don't just let dogs go anywhere. Um, we do a check as to, you know, the size of the block and all that sort of stuff, and so that we get the best home for the animals. And you would think, wouldn't you, that all those years of working with it, I wouldn't. But yeah, it's when it's somebody's personal thing and somebody you know, it does tend to hit a little bit hard. So while we're on that subject, I took cards up to the office day before, because I'd made cards for one of the girls in the office, and they had two dogs that used to come in a lot for boarding, and two little girls, gorgeous little things. And anyway, unfortunately, the owner passed away. So they've come into the care of the refuge, but they're 16 years old, both of them. So, you know, with the shock of losing their owner and their age and everything else, who knows? But thankfully, my good friend has said that she will take them on so that they have a good rest of their life. So we're very, very happy about that and very appreciative. So these two poor little girls were with their owner when he passed. But yeah. All right, I'm going to fit that over there. Now, you're probably all thinking I'm crazy, but that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to pop it over there, just like that. All right. And then we'll see where the fun begins after that, because I don't know if this is going to work. Who have we got? Good morning, Tanya. Good morning, Debbie. Lovely to see you both. All right. So I'm just going around the edges here because I really don't want it squirting out. And then I've missed the edge there and I've gone all over the mat, but that's okay. Let me, actually I might clear that up before it goes any further. Okay, so let's pop this back down. I think today we're doing a portrait card. We seem to have been doing a few landscapes with this Shabby Chic, but I think it does lend itself probably more to landscape. Now, I've got that on there, and I have got some glue coming out here, so I just want to clear that up if I can. I'll probably just put my block on that, just to this one, just to stop it from being sticky, because I don't need it to be sticky. I'll just pop it around the edge. I knew that there'd been too much glue on that bit there, so the dog hair off it. So this is what we've got so far. Yes, Roz, that's wonderful. Yeah. So this is what my friend Susie's doing. I can't, but she was able to. If I could have, I would. But I've already got a dog and two cats, and I think another two dogs in the house might have just been. But we did say, before we took on Lando, we did say that we would, if we fostered, because that's what they asked me if I do, and I sort of gave up. Eventually, I've still got work. I'm probably going into work tomorrow morning because they're short of volunteers. So I said I'd go in and clean the boarding cat area tomorrow morning. Well, means an early start. Now, because we don't have like a lacy die, and I was wondering how I was going to sort of end up with lace. So this is the piece that these were cut out of. Now, obviously, when you cut them out, they're out. It doesn't just cut out that. So I've cut it out, and I am now going to place it back in there, which is going to give me that lacy effect. This one is slightly smaller, so because I did have to chop it a tiny bit. I've got lots of little bits left in here. I thought I'd got them all out. So this one will probably go in first, like so. And I'm going to stick it back in where it came out of, which gives us that lacy effect. And then I will pop this one in there, and you won't see like the double up. All right, it's only a tiny bit. Then I kept to the middle, and I'm not sure yet, but I just may use that to put the sentiment on. Actually, I might put this one down first, I think. So we'll get that silicone mat out, wherever it was. It was on the desk this morning. There it is. So I'm going to get that out. I'm going to get my trusty brush and some glue, and we are going to my thing hasn't been moving down. Yeah, okay. Trying to catch up, sorry. Oh, that's good, Ros, that you're progressing as it should. So I'm just going by Tanya's answer there. You love the bouquet paper? Yeah. I still have a fair bit left. I'm used quite a bit, but then, all right, so, oops, must have been another piece stuck in there still. I'm trying to keep up as well, so not easy. Just putting some glue on there. And turn that over and pop it on the back of here, because we don't want squedgy pieces coming through. But if we do, we can always use the powder. So make sure I've got enough on there without there being too much on there. And I'm going to stand up, and I'm going to fit this back into where it came out of. And it does go back in quite easily. You don't sort of have to fight it. So that's the first part. And then we'll do this bit. I'm just going to wipe that off a bit because I don't want to get it. That's a good thing about this mat. You can wipe it off. And so now we're just going to do the second half. Yeah, so I believe that Centrelink have now stopped. What used to happen was if you were on the dole or receiving benefits, you had to do so many hours per week volunteering somewhere, whether it be an op shop or, our place or anywhere that actually took in volunteers. But I believe now that Centrelink aren't doing that anymore. So, of course, the minute people didn't have to volunteer, all the volunteers dropped off. So, I mean, all the way through before I was employed, I actually did my voluntary work where I ended up working. And you know, like you got away with nothing, but these nowadays, this hasn't got enough glue on it, I don't think. We'll see how we go. So I've just popped that back in there like that. I'll give it a chance to dry off a bit before I fiddle too much. So it gives us that lace effect, even though we don't have lace. Okay. COVID was the main reason. Like they stopped a lot during COVID, and then they started again. But too many people then decided that, you know, they wouldn't do it, and yeah, eventually it all stopped because I used to liaise with the people that, you know, put you into those sorts of things, and eventually I was getting nothing from them at all. So that is our top layer. All right, so I will just, this is a really strange shape, but I was thinking, you know what, it's different. So the trouble is you got those two and those two, but those match and those match, so that's not too bad at all because I kept it all in place, and I could quite easily pop that up in there to put the sentiment on. We'll think about that one. I need to cut out some flowers, and this is something that I haven't thought about, so I'm going to need a die that I can just cut out flowers. Let me look. Do you know, I bought that and I have never used it. Maybe I'll have to use that one day. Might use that, I'm thinking. And not Petals of Beauty. Where's that other one? Oh, that's silly. I looked at it just now. Oh, it's the same one. So what I'm thinking is I might cut these and a couple of these, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to cut these out of this and possibly a piece of this one as well. So this comes out of the Lovely and Beautiful. So we'll just see how I go with cutting some random little flowers. I want those two, but I'm going to cut them out of white. So oh, why am I taking that out of there? I don't need that. I don't need that. I want the dies. That's the stamps. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we should have dies with that, shouldn't we? Let me have a look and see what I've got up here. There's a die set to that, isn't there? What have I done with that then? Sorry, people, I'm just, there it is. Oh, okay, so that does have to be stamped. So I want these out of green. This one does have to be stamped and coloured, so let's do that. So we'll take that out. What else do I want out of there? There's some little tiny flowers. You can actually, there's some little flowers out of here which I might, let me have a little look. Yeah, I've used these before, so there's those little flowers which I can use. That which I'm going to use. And I'll use those as well. So, yep. All right, let's go. Alrighty. Wasn't going to be quite as easy as I thought because that is not going to look right with the leaves being the same. So what I'm going to do is cut some little flowers. There's another one that's got little flowers on it that are bigger. Let me see. So this one has some bigger flowers, doesn't it? Yeah, these. All right, let me go and cut this. If I hadn't had to fiddle this morning with how to work out my restream, I would have had all this done. Okay. Teeny flowers. They look quite cute, actually. What's that one's? That one. Aha. And that one. And I'm just going to pop them through another couple of times just to make sure that I've got plenty. Okay. You never know how many you're going to need, do you? That's the thing. I'll do one more lot of these and then I'll do, maybe I should do something a bit different as well, but that I can use those both sides, so that's okay. Right. Hi, Margaret. How are you? I hope I haven't missed anybody. I'm just I'm a bit behind with my cutting out today, so now that was those ones. And what we might do is just, I'll see if I need some greenery afterwards. I might even have something down in the box, who knows. Okay, so that's that out of the way. And now, let me take this out of the way. This one comes out of here. Let me pop it away before I lose it, which is probably what I would do. Might not need to use that one. All right. So I want a piece of white. I want my lid. And a stamp block. I can tell I've used this one a lot. It doesn't want to stick. Where's my water sprays? Let's see if it'll stick. Come on, dry, dry, dry. I don't know if that'll be enough to make it stick. Oh, yes, it was. Awesome. All right. So these are just going to be, I'm just going to do the outsides in basic grey. I'll have a look in a minute if I ought to do a third. And we're quickly going to colour those. So I'm going to use Highland Heather and the greens. So dark in the middle. And then we'll go light. All right. Some green. Actually, I'll use the other end of that. I get ahead of, my fingers get ahead of my brain when I'm typing. The die set is Delicate Whispers, if this is the one you're looking at. Is this the light? Oh my goodness, this light's dark. I'll just do these while I've got the pen out. Put some dark bits on it. All right. Let's do this one. I might do those too dark as well. Hi, Marlene. Oh, not the dentist. Typing class. ASDF semicolon LKJ. The intricate background die. Oh, the one that I used for this one. That is, that's this one. So delicate framing. Is that the one? Hi, Debbie. Yeah, that was, and my poor little finger used to get so sore. Great big typewriters they were. Now I'm showing my age, aren't I? I bet if I tried to type on one now, the keys wouldn't even hit the ribbon. All right, so we've got that, a tinsy bit of yellow for the centres. There we go. That's that. Right. These I'm just going to leave as they are. They should be sort of a browny colour, I suppose, really. Because they're sort of like a little fern. It's that peach pie. No. See if I've got pumpkin pie. What's this one? That's pumpkin pie. I could possibly use it. Just to put a little bit of colour in there. Don't need a lot. Now I'll cut those two out. And that one's going to have a lot of white round one side. Darn it. It will teach me not to put washi tape on it. Right, so that's those two. Like that. That can go to one side because I've finished with that. So now that goes in there. I am actually going to have to stamp these two. As well as cut them. So let me grab those out. It shouldn't take as long because there's not a lot of detail in them. Oh dear. It's falling on the floor now. So if you could see my desk now, you wouldn't think I tidied it the other day, that's for sure. Let's get a bigger block. Is that big enough? This was that one. Oh, let's use a bigger one for this one. I haven't used these actually. So actually the desk isn't too bad. It's just got today's workings on it, that's all. There's that one. Is that one going to fit there? Possibly. I should have smushed these off first, but I didn't. Let's hope that works. We have those colours again. And we will do, I'm not even going to blend these. I'm just going to do some light, some dark, just so that we keep the colour in. They're so tiny, you wouldn't notice if they were blended anyway. This is testing my eyesight, I can tell you. All right, so we've got those. And we'll do some lighter ones. I missed any? Right. I don't know if we'll even tell the difference between this light and dark. We might when it dries. Trying really hard not to go over the lines. Okay, that's that. So let me do some leaves. Might actually bring in, oh no, we'll just keep going with what we've got. Do you know what I learned last night? One of the questions in trivia was, which is the biggest joint in your body? And I mean, everybody's going hip, shoulder, what have you. And it is in actual fact your knee joint. I actually went to secretarial college after I'd finished, after I'd finished school. And I can't remember what I got up to, but I did Pitman shorthand as well. And occasionally I'll write something down and I'll pop it into shorthand, but I couldn't take a letter now or anything like that like I used to. Alrighty, let's get this done, because otherwise we're going to be here till Christmas. I think I might send Restream an email and say to them, if you're going to change it, at least let us know in advance. Like Suzanne had the same problem yesterday, where she because she asked me if I had the problem. I'm like, no. And then this morning it caught up with my computer. So I'm just doing a little bit of this here. Not much. And let's use the light and do a bit of this, which is goodness knows what, but we'll do it. There we go. Excuse me, I will quickly cut those out. Which one is which? So that one's going... Oh, don't those cut that? I really thought they did, but they don't. Bother! Can you believe that? They cut the... Oh, that's silly. All right. I suppose that these are just for, not for cutting out. These are for just decoration. I don't even know that it'll work this way now because it's too fine to fussy cut really close, but we'll do our best. All I'm doing is just quickly cutting around the edges here. It may look okay, it may not. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll just go with what we've got. You never know till you try, do you? I'll tell you what, it would want to rain because the humidity at the moment is through the roof. So I've got that. I'll quickly do this one. As you can see, I'm not paying much heed to what I'm doing here. Just whipping around. Hi Anne, how are you? Lovely to see you. You've got it wet up there, Marlene, have you? We've had a few sprinkles this morning, nothing to shout about. But apparently we're in for a lot more. Okay, so I've cut those out like that. Not how I particularly wanted them, but you know what? We'll just live with what we've got. Simple as. What did I do with the other one? Oh, there it is. Let me put them over there so that I don't lose them. Move these out of the way so that I don't lose them. And we'll go back to our card. So we do have these. And we can put one up there, one there. And we do have these little tiny ones which we can pop all around, which I think is going to be quite pretty. Put a couple of dark ones in, like so. I don't even know if I'm going to need those. We'll just leave it to one side. I think that, what do you think? Do you think that looks okay as it is without me messing around and putting... I might just stamp. Ooh, that's a bit risky today considering... I might just get a little circle and put in there with a... I was going to use the same one as yesterday, which is sending wishes for happiest birthday. Let me... Maybe I can put that on again. See, I'm not trusting myself this morning now. Oh, goodness me. Sit there straight. Thank you. And I think I might use Blackberry Bliss, because I'm thinking of using Blackberry Bliss as, oh, that's a weird looking. Fingers crossed, everybody, that this is going to be dark enough. Ah, yes. That worked. Okay. Now we'll stick some of these on. These I'm going to put up on dimensionals. Pop one there. And one there. And then we've got these little ones. Some I'll glue, some they're just literally going to be popped down. A couple of them will be up. My poor husband has a cold and a sore throat. I said to him he can keep it. I don't want it, thank you. No sharing allowed. All right, so let's pop that one there. Put that one there. Oh, we've got more here. Another one there. Oh, it's a big dark one. We might put that one down there. Now grab a smaller dimensional and we've got that center, haven't we? That's right, it's just showing through as white. And I'll color it. We'll pop another one just in there, just up there, and then we'll do another small one. And we'll pop it up there. So that gives us a little bit of, we've got some more here, so we can use these down the bottom, and that one went on the floor. Or did it? Okay, let's go. I'll put that one. There's two on the floor now. There's one, I can't find the other one. So that one's up. I'll put this one down. I'll do another one. They're so tiny, these little flowers. They do look cute. Gone quiet, sorry. I'm thinking, well, I was thinking I should really add some greenery, but I'm not too worried. Put that one there and then stick this one down. Like so. And then this one I will pop up the top, and that will be it, I think. Big. Shouldn't have used a big one, Lorraine. It'll work. Cutting away the evidence. There we go. We'll just pop that one there. All right. I could put one of these up either side. Do you like that, or do you think no? Thank you, Sue. I'm sorry, I haven't been chatting very much. Do you think I need those two bits up the side there? Does it cover too much of the lacy bits, or shall I I can put them on in a minute, so don't, you know. I'm thinking that would look okay on, before I say I'm going to do, oh yeah, I've got a new pack. Blackberry Bliss. Just to give it that extra. Blackberry Bliss used to be one of the ones that I used so much, and then just recently I've hardly used it at all. You like seeing the lace too much? Excellent, thank you. I'll use them on something else. That's not a problem. Let me cut the card base. So we are going 5 3/4 by 8. And fold that. It just needs your favorite bling. We shall see. We shall definitely see. You're probably right. Where's my bone? Oh, there it is. There we go. I think that looks okay on there, don't you? On the Blackberry Bliss. Oh, I never used that in. What happened there? Maybe it's telling me I should. Okay. Notice I've got a bit of a crease up there. That's okay. What do we think? Does that work? Thank you, Holly. Yep, okay. Awesome. So let me do a 5.5 by 3 3/4. And a 5.25 by 3.5. I'm going to put some Winker Stella on there as well. I'll just put these two together for the insert. Thank you, Debbie. And you know what? I will get to use one of those pieces because I'm going to pop it. Maybe a smaller one. Pop it in there. That'll work. That'll go on the inside. Now, let me, Winker Stella, let's have a look, see, that might be the old one, I'm not sure. Bit of wink on the flowers. I think next week I'm going to do anything but flowers. Oh, did anyone come up with a challenge for me for next week? Something that I'll have to go back through the maybe I have to go back through the chat, so I won't be able to turn my computer off. If I turn my computer off, I can't get back to the chat. And then just going here. God, this is a gorgeous color. I love it. Pop that. I know it was blackberry on blackberry, but that's okay. Put that on there like that. And there is my card. Last one for this week. How about 3D projects? Do you just mean like cutting and then stacking 3D, or is that something else that you're... Yeah, 3Ds would be good. All right. Might need to just let me know what you consider 3D and what I consider 3D, just to make sure that we're on the same page. So if I was doing 3D, I would cut like that flower there. I would cut 3 of them and stack them on top of each other with no white showing. Is that the same? Oh, like boxes. Okay. All right. So do boxes and that. Yeah. All right. That sounds great. I can do that. And window cards. Yep. We might even be able to add some windows in, but I'll put that down on my list. Thank you. Thanks, Tanya. Everybody have a wonderful weekend. Let me come up to... There we go. Have a great weekend. I don't know how we're going to go with the rain event if we have it, but I hope you all have a great weekend. Take care of you and yours, and just be careful on the roads. But that ends my week of sort of shabby chic. So we will try, what do we say, 3D, so box cards next week. Let's see how we go with that. See if I can do 5 different ones. But 3D can also be stacking like, yeah. Maybe if I don't get enough of the same, I'll integrate the two. All right. Lovely to see you, everybody. Thank you so, so much. Oh, I must have clicked on something again. See, I'll get that up there. And I will see you all on Monday. Yes, you will, Deb, popping over there now. All righty. Thank you so much. Bye for now.